definitely sealing this $35 million deal. No question about it.
With all the negotiating Kanako has done, I believe it's the perfect moment for her to take on a significant deal to advance her skills.
Oh, I got this. I'll handle everything Keiichi was doing. Just let me take care of it all.
Wow, Kanako, you're super impressive.
But, honestly, that major deal was something that only I could handle. I'm Keiichi Sato, and I work as an engineer with Anzai Electric Inc. I've got a big negotiation for a deal coming up pretty soon, but...
Hey, Keiichi, you're working on a big negotiation with the folks over at Days Power Corporation, right?
Yeah, this deal is worth $35 million, which is huge. So I've got to stay focused and navigate the negotiations carefully.
So, I was thinking maybe you could pass that negotiation to me and I can take care of it. What do you think?
Pass it to you?
Yeah, I'm totally confident I can seal the $35 million deal. No doubt about it.
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but this is a pretty important deal. So I can't just pass the negotiations off to you. Isn't there a way we can work this out? Oh, Mr. Anzai. Kanako has gained a lot of good experience in negotiating. I think it's the perfect moment to let her take on this opportunity. If that's how you strongly feel, sir. But in exchange, may I take on some other deals that add up to the same value to balance this one out? Absolutely. Don't worry, I'll ensure your sales stay strong through this, and I'll be here to help if anything goes sideways. Thank you, sir. Okay, well, I'll leave it in your hands, Kanako.
I need to start prepping for the negotiation right away.
Hey, Kanako, I just heard the news. You're taking over that massive deal Keiichi was supposed to handle, huh?
That's right. Oh, I got this. I'll handle everything Keiichi was doing. Just let me take care of it all.
Wow, Kanako, you're super impressive.
You know it.
But, honestly, that major deal was something that only I could handle.
I'm sure you'll take care of it just fine. If it's handed over to you properly, don't you think so?
Yeah, I totally agree. We're all on the same team anyway.
Exactly. Oh, Toru, I'll count on you to be there for me on the day we make that major deal happen, okay?
Of course, supporting you is my job. If I do this right, I'll get even more of a respect. And who knows, the CEO might be impressed too.
Wow, I think they totally missed why I was in charge of negotiating that massive deal. They probably don't even know what I'm certified in. Maybe I should think about switching companies. I came to the conclusion that there wasn't much room for me to grow here, so I decided to leave Anzai Electric Inc. Hey Nagisa, it's Keiichi here. I've actually made up my mind to leave my job. Can you fill me in on that company you talked about? I'm really interested now. A few days later.
We're really grateful you took the time to meet with us today for this discussion.
We really appreciate it.
Likewise. But, by the way, wasn't Keiichi the one we were supposed to talk to about this deal? What happened to him?
Since Keiichi is no longer in the role, we'll be taking charge. Oh, no worries. We've got this covered and we'll take care of everything just right.
Oh, is that right? But I'm afraid we can't move forward with this project unless Keiichi's the one handling the entire deal.
Huh? Wait, why not?
Yeah, what's the problem?
Keiichi has an important certification that's a must-have for this project. Are you two familiar with the First Class Electric Works Specialist certification?
No, I've never heard of it.
What's that?
I see. So you two weren't even aware he had that certification.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't included in the information he gave me during the handover.
Did Mr. Anzai know about it?
Who knows?
The Electric Works Specialist certification is a must-have across the country for anyone involved in electrical systems, whether it's designing, building, or inspecting. The voltage you can work with depends on your certification level. Keiichi has the top-level first-class Electric Works Specialist certification, which means he can work on any electrical installation. And this made him a key player in our project. to build the biomass power plant for this important deal.
Hold up. Keiichi actually had a special certification like that? I had no idea.
Then how about we send over a temp who's got the same credentials to work on this project?
Yeah, you're totally right. Toru, can you call my dad right now?
Sure.
Ayumi, could you give us a moment?
Of course, but just so you know, passing the exam for the first-class electric works specialist is really challenging. Finding someone to fill Keiichi's shoes won't be a walk in the park.
Hello, is that you, Mr. Anzai? It's Toru here. We're in the middle of negotiating that important deal, but the client insists they can't continue without an engineer who holds the first-class electric works specialist certification. Can you send someone with that certification over here right away?
First class electric works specialist certification, huh? Actually, Keiichi was the only person in our company who had that certification.
Say what? Are you serious? Why didn't you share that important stuff with us? Can you send Keiichi over to the meeting right away?
About that. Keiichi has handed in his resignation already, and he won't be returning to our company.
Wait, what? How could you just let someone so important walk away like that?
His mind is made up. I was really hoping you and Kanako could still seal the deal with our client. We'll tackle the certification issue later on.
Got it, sir. I'm back.
So, what did Dad say?
Were you able to get someone like Keiichi, a certified engineer, to join us for this negotiation?
Keiichi was the only one who had that certification in our company. And since he's no longer with us, we don't have anyone to assist us in this negotiation meeting now.
You can't be serious.
In that case, I'm really sorry, but we can't continue with a biomass power plant deal with your company, Anzai Electric Incorporated. If your company doesn't have other certified engineers like Keiichi, we can't really go ahead with this whole agreement.
You've got to be kidding me.
I see where you're coming from, Ayumi.
At the end of the day, the agreement didn't go through, leading to a huge setback for Anzai Electric Inc. And then...
Hello? Is this Keiichi I'm talking to?
Hey, Ayumi. It's been a while.
I found out you're no longer with Anzai Electric Incorporated. I must say that really caught me off guard.
Yeah, I'm really sorry for the sudden change in the person handling your account while we're in the middle of negotiating the deal.
Well, I was told that Anzai Electric Incorporated doesn't have anyone else with your credentials, which is why we had to drop the whole deal. But since we were working on that biomass power plant project, I'd love to keep things moving with you if you're interested. What do you say?
Really? Actually, I recently became part of Tokimeki Energy Corps. If that's alright with you, I'd be really interested in setting up a meeting through my new job. A few days later.
We really appreciate you squeezing us into your schedule today.
I can't express how much it means to me that you're up for working together even though I moved to a different company.
We really appreciate how detailed and reliable your work is. We definitely want to keep working together, no matter what happens.
Wow, that truly means a lot. Thank you.
All right, let's get down to business with the discussions.
That sounds great. Let's do it.
After we got through the discussion, Keiichi, it's great to have you on the team. I honestly didn't expect you to close a huge $35 million deal so soon after starting here. Nagisa and I were classmates back in college, and she's been asking me to hop on board with this company for a while.
As soon as I found out Keiichi was quitting his old job, I jumped into recruiter mode to get him on board here.
I'm so grateful for the warm welcome in the interview and the opportunity to be a part of this team.
Before Keiichi was part of the team, we only had engineers with second and third class electric works specialist certifications. Now that he's here, we can dive into way more challenging projects, right?
Absolutely. We're counting on that for sure. We're set to take on new clients with requests for high voltage projects, and we're aiming to grow our operations. I have high hopes for you, Keiichi. Thank you. I promise to give my absolute best to this company. From that point on, we dove into the after deal, cranking out projects and nailing down new contracts one after the other. Meanwhile, over at Anzai Electric Inc.,
With Keiichi not around, there's no one to manage the electrical engineers anymore. Clients are pulling out of their deals with us. What are we gonna do now?
How did we end up in a situation where Keiichi felt he had to quit? Sure, a lot of people didn't know he was certified, but we really should have managed this better.
I still can't believe that losing just one person could throw our whole company into chaos. And Dad, you had faith in me to take care of that $35 million contract, didn't you? You thought I could fill Keiichi's shoes.
Well, yes, I did, but...
Toru, can't you do something about this?
How about I just become an electric works specialist myself? I did some digging, and there's a certification test scheduled for this month.
That's really great. But I have my doubts about you getting the certification on your first try, since it seems pretty complicated.
Oh, please, if Keiichi could nail the exam and get his certification, I'll be just fine. It's no biggie.
And with that, the three of them kicked off their mission to get their company back on its feet. A few weeks later. I'm super relieved we got through the maintenance inspection for this company without a hitch.
Things have been flowing so much better since you became part of the team, Keiichi.
There you are, Keiichi. Oh, Mr. Anzai, Kaneko, and Toru. What's got the three of you together here? I didn't expect that losing you would make such a big impact on our business. If you're open to it, would you consider coming back to Anzai Electric Inc.? To your company?
I gave the electric work specialist exam a shot after you left, thinking I'd nail it, but I totally failed. I really didn't expect it to be that challenging. I'm really sorry for not taking it seriously enough.
You know, it's pretty unusual to be asked to come back to a job after you've quit. My dad's offering you your job back. Why not go for it? What makes you think to say it like that?
I'm not interested in going back to Anzai Electric Inc.
Hold up. Seriously? After I said all that to you? Why not?
So, does this suggest that your job right now is a better fit for you? Honestly, it feels like there's a mountain of work at Anzai Electric Inc. that your team is struggling with. I'm guessing some clients have already dropped hints about wanting to cut ties with your company, right? Yes, that's right. And a lot of those past clients of yours have reached out to Tokimeki Energy Corporation through me. We've taken on the jobs that Anzai Electric Inc. couldn't deal with anymore. I beg your pardon?
That's awful. You're snatching our clients.
Exactly.
Just to be clear, we didn't go after those clients at all. They came to us because they value what Keiichi brings to the table and wanted to find new business partners. And while Keiichi is on another level, we also have several engineers who hold second and third class electric works specialist certifications, so we can handle a lot of projects.
I really want to be a part of a company that appreciates what I bring to the table. Nagisa recognized my skills and invited me to be a part of this team. She emphasized how much they needed my expertise, and that really meant a lot to me.
I remember all the effort you put in to earn that certification since we were in college.
So you were watching all along, even back in those days, huh?
I was there for you before, and I still am now. I've always had your back, you know?
Yeah, I can tell you've always had my back. Thanks, Nagisa.
You're welcome.
Mr. Anzai, I've always thought that my certification didn't get the recognition it deserves at your company. Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's not every day you come across someone as talented, hardworking, and dependable as Keiichi. Your company really made a mistake here. And just so you know, we're not letting him go. Sorry, but you're out of luck.
Are you serious?
I can't wrap my head around the fact that he's the one turning us down like this.
After that, Anzai Electric Inc. lost its remaining clients and ended up going under. If only I had recognized Keiichi's true worth sooner.
So, wait, I wasn't even close to being on Keiichi's level?
Well, there goes my chance to impress Kaneko and get closer to being the CEO.
In the meantime, Nagisa and I teamed up to tackle several projects and close some deals. I appreciate you recognizing my talents and allowing me this chance, Nagisa.
You know, I see more than just your job talents, Keiichi.
Wait, does that mean...
What if you started thinking of me as more than just your coworker? Like, maybe as a woman?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for watching until the end.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
I'm sorry, but the next meeting is approaching. So, if you'll excuse me, I have to go now.
I apologize for keeping you waiting this long. We were analyzing and reviewing the data and research results from various angles regarding this loan.
As of today, the contract period has expired, so the $4 million loan is canceled.
What?
My name is Keiji Sato, and I'm the head of Tokimeki Works. Today, I came to negotiate the renewal of a contract with Dokito Electronics, but here is the material for this meeting. Thank you. I'll take a look.
Before we proceed, we'd like to review it on our side. Could you wait a moment?
Sure. Later.
Thank you for waiting.
Looks like we kept you waiting for a bit. We finalized our stance, so let's start the negotiation. I'm terribly sorry, but the next meeting is approaching. So if you'll excuse me, I have to go now.
I apologize for keeping you waiting this long. We've been analyzing and reviewing the data and research results from various angles regarding this loan.
I appreciate all the effort you've invested, but I really can't spare any time at the moment. Excuse me. Well, if you're short on time, I suppose there's no helping it.
Let's discuss this in the next meeting. At that time, we'll make sure to prepare and submit a detailed report on our stance.
No. As of today, the contract period has expired, so the $4 million loan is canceled.
What?
Wait a moment. Why are we suddenly talking about ending the contract?
That's right. We were planning to finalize the production of our new smartphone and the related loan in this meeting. If we lose the $4 million loan, it will be a huge problem for our company.
I understand your circumstances, but I'm here for business as well, so I must insist on keeping to the agreed schedule. Yes? Hello? Miss Sakamoto, how are you doing?
Sakamoto? Could that be the representative from Tokide Bank? The one handling our loan?
I'm sorry, but the contract with Dokito Electronics has been terminated. So please cancel the loan for this project. Do you want to speak with Mr. Kuwata? He's here. Let me pass the phone.
Yes, this is Kuwata speaking.
I've just spoken with Mr. Sato, and we'll be canceling the loan for this project. This product development was only possible because Tokimeki Works was involved in the production. So without the contract, we cannot proceed with the loan. We hope we can work together again in the future.
What? This loan was critical for our company. What are we supposed to do now?
Hey, Mr. Sato, don't you think you're being a bit too harsh? Harsh? What do you mean by that? Our contract isn't something where every second counts, is it? And yet, you're canceling it just because we couldn't have one meeting? That's way too harsh.
Yes, exactly. Even if we couldn't finalize the contract today, we could always reschedule the meeting.
When we set the schedule for this meeting, we agreed that today's discussion would determine whether the contract would be renewed, didn't we? Mr. Kuwata, when you negotiated with me before, you were very strict about time. In fact, you once nearly terminated our contract because you set such a rigid time frame for our meeting. Well, it turned out that the clock was incorrect, so the contract remained in effect.
I guess something like that did happen.
I only responded the same way you did, Mr. Kuwata, so I don't think I'm being too strict about time. Now then, if you'll excuse me. A few days later, at Dokito Electronics, we've been dropped by Mr. Sato's company, and now we don't have a supplier for semiconductors. We've gotta do something about this.
There's plenty of companies that manufacture semiconductors. If the contract with our previous supplier has ended, we just need to find a new one. Reach out to every semiconductor manufacturer you can, and find a supplier to replace Tokimeki Works.
Got it. However,
no matter where we try, no factory is willing to do business with us. What's going on here?
The entire sales department is working on securing new suppliers, but
Mr. Kuwata, Mr. Shindo, have you two noticed anything?
notice what?
The semiconductors that Mr. Sato Tokimeki Works was producing and planned to deliver to our company are among the highest quality in the industry.
Well, that may be true, but
Both you, Mr. Kuwata, and Mr. Shindo are trying to demand the same quality from the new suppliers. I've visited a few places myself, and they all said it'd be impossible to match Tokimeki Works' quality and turned us down.
The places I visited said the same thing. I never imagined that factory had such advanced technology.
The problem isn't just that we can't find a replacement for Tokimeki Works.
Miss Kokubunji, what brings you here?
I heard the sales department isn't doing well. The news about ending the contract with Mr. Sato's Tokimeki Works has already reached our other business partners. They're assuming this will impact future smartphone development, and we're receiving contract termination notices one after another.
Excuse me?
At this point, half of our business partners have already contacted us, and we're begging them to continue their contracts.
Half of them? If we lose that many contracts, our product development will completely stall.
I heard you had properly scheduled negotiations with Tokimeki Works, but because of a mistake on your end, the meeting didn't happen.
Well, we were reviewing whether the product was worth investing in and developing, based on the data and research results.
Relying on data is fine, but losing your business partners? Because of it defeats the purpose, doesn't it? Make sure you work harder to keep our business partners from leaving.
Understood.
I'm terribly sorry. Several hours later, Mr. Sato.
Could we have a moment to speak with you?
Huh? Mr. Kuwata? Mr. Shindo? We also have our own schedule, so it's important to have an appointment if you want to visit. Please, we're begging you. We'd like to discuss the contract termination and the matter of the loan.
If it's about the loan with Tokimeki Works, that was finalized just a short while ago.
Miss Sakamoto? What do you mean by that?
Nice to meet you. I'm Noah Kanamori from the sales team at Days Electronics. We've just signed a contract with Tokimeki Works to develop a new smartphone using their latest semiconductors.
Smartphone development?
Don't tell me that means...
The product that was originally planned to be developed with Dokito Electronics has now been entrusted to Days Electronics instead. Since this product development was a condition for the loan, Ms. Sakamoto decided to provide the funding to Days Electronics.
Well, wait a minute. That contract and the product development were originally supposed to proceed with us.
But wasn't the contract terminated?
Yes, that's true, but...
If we had acted just a little sooner, we might have been able to talk before the contract with Days Electronics was signed. I don't think so. The fact remains that the contract with Dokito Electronics has already been terminated. No matter how hard you try to convince me, I wasn't interested in continuing with your company. We can't work with a partner who prioritizes data analysis over maintaining relationships with their business partners and clients. No way.
Tokiday Bank has finalized its lending partner, and from now on, we will be relying on Mr. Sato and Miss Kanamori. It's truly a shame that you two ended your contract with such an excellent manufacturer.
Mr. Kuwata and Mr. Shindo left, visibly frustrated. However, 6 months later, Dokito Electronics released its new product at the same time as Days Electronics. But
why is there such a huge gap in sales? The performance shouldn't be that much worse.
Mr. Kuwata, now's the time to use the data analysis and market research you always value.
You're right. Let's analyze the sales data and gather consumer feedback.
Excuse me, but if I must say, the smartphone developed by Days Electronics has a cutting-edge camera feature. It can capture immersive, vivid, and three-dimensional photos and videos. On top of that, thanks to the miniaturized semiconductors, they've managed to make the smartphone smaller in size. On the other hand, our new product doesn't have any groundbreaking features. Honestly, I think it's tough to beat Days Electronics.
Oshima, whose side are you on? Dokito Electronics or Days Electronics?
Of course I'm on Dokito Electronics' side. But this time I think we have to admit defeat.
That's unacceptable. Shindo,
Yes?
we're heading to the trade show at the electronics retail store to pitch our product directly.
Okay. The new model developed with Days Electronics seems to be selling really well.
It's all thanks to the amazing semiconductors from your company, Mr. Sato. Thanks to that, we finally achieved our long-standing goal of developing a smartphone with advanced camera capabilities.
No way. It's thanks to you, Miss Kanamori. You recognized how valuable our semiconductors are and decided to join forces with us.
Well, let's just say it was a win-win for both of us.
Exactly.
Mr. Sato, it looks like sales are going well for you.
Ah, hi there. Are you here to check out the scene, Mr. Kuwata? Mr. Shindo?
Yes, we're here to promote our new product and conduct some market research.
At the end of the day, you're getting the freshest data right from the sales floor. Data, huh? I don't think data alone tells the whole story, though. What do you mean by that?
Mr. Kuwata, Mr. Shindo, you're not here hoping to get inspiration from Mr. Sato's technology or, dare I say, thinking about renegotiating a contract with him? Are you?
What? No, of course not.
Our production has been running at full capacity ever since this new product became a big hit. If you're thinking about renegotiating a contract, I'm sorry, but we currently don't have the bandwidth for any additional production.
If you truly understood the significance of Mr. Sato's semiconductor technology, without being misled by just the data and research, you wouldn't have ended the contract so carelessly, right? And there's no way we'd allow a rival company to use the same semiconductors. So please give up on the idea of bringing Mr. Sato on board.
We're not here to renegotiate with Mr. Sato. We've already found a new supplier to deliver semiconductors. And today, we're just here to gather information to beat other brands.
Oshima, what's the matter?
Mr. Kuwata, we've got a serious issue. The products using Doyomeki's semiconductors, which Mr. Shindo secured the contract for, are showing multiple defects.
What did you say?
This defect turned out to be a latent issue that couldn't have been detected before shipping. And now product recalls are pouring in. Since the new model is being recalled all around, we can't really hope for any additional sales from it.
No way.
I can't believe Doyomeki's semiconductors would have such a critical flaw.
Just so you know, Miss Kokobunji from the exec team is visiting the sales department, so please return as soon as you can. Doyomeki, I suspected as much.
Miss Kanamori, did you have a hunch about this?
Actually, there was a discussion in our company about whether we should use Doyomeki semiconductors. It's more like the instinct of a salesperson, or maybe the insight from the folks on the factory floor. While inspecting the semiconductor, the workers expressed that they thought using it could pose some risks.
Are you saying you foresaw that using Doyomeki semiconductors could lead to this outcome?
We didn't expect the issue to escalate to this scale, but we were cautious and didn't fully trust it from the start.
When we reviewed the data and the materials provided during the semiconductor contract negotiations, there didn't seem to be any issues. I don't get it.
With all the new models being recalled, what are we supposed to do now?
Do you think that's even possible?
Miss Sakamoto,
I stopped by because I wanted to see how the sales of the products we're financed were going. And as I I expected. Trusting Mr. Sato and Miss Kanamori was the right decision.
Miss Sakamoto, please consider financing our company as well.
From what I've heard, it sounds like Dokito Electronics will need to handle a massive recall of products from here on out, correct? Additionally, you'll need to compensate the consumers who purchase those products. A company in such a position doesn't have much future potential. So, as a bank, we can't provide financing.
What?
Data and research have their limits sometimes. It's the seasoned factory workers and their instincts that truly understand what's happening. If you had listened to the opinions of your factory workers, perhaps this could have been avoided.
Oh, how did it come to this? Afterward, Dokito Electronics, which had used Doyomeki semiconductors and products beyond the latest smartphone, suffered a major blow to its business and ended up going bankrupt.
If only we hadn't ended the contract with Mr. Sato back then.
We shouldn't have relied solely on the data. Meanwhile, I'm discussing plans with Miss Kanamori to develop new products together.
Mr. Sato, I brought a few proposals. Can you take a look at them?
These all look like exciting products.
Right? You know, I'm having so much fun working with you, Mr. Sato.
Same here. Thanks for watching till the end.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.